Up next, let's talk about When We First Met. This is a Netflix original feature starring Adam Devine in a movie that tries to sort of synthesize a romantic comedy with a big type fantasy movie, by which I mean the movie Big, and with sort of the butterfly effect, that Ashton Kutcher movie. Here's the deal. So Adam Devine meets and falls in love with Alexandra Daddario. Now, we have talked about Alexandra Daddario on this show a number of times. She's one of our favorite up-and-coming young actresses, and she's perfectly charming here. Adam meets and falls in love with her. Jump forward 3 years later, he finds himself in the dreaded friend zone as Alexandra Daddario is about to get married. What happens then is that Adam makes a big type wish, finds himself back in time 3 years earlier. He's got a chance to do it all over and make Alexandra fall in love with him, using everything he knows from being her best friend to sweep her off her feet. Jump forward 3 years into the future again. Now there are a couple, but things aren't working out the way he wanted. And so we sort of ping pong back and forth as he keeps trying to go to the past and create the future he wants with her. The problem with this movie is that plot is kind of retrograde, right? In 2018, it is hard to root for a lead character who is attempting to manipulate the time stream to force a girl to fall in love with him, right? It's creepy. And Adam Devine ends up coming across as that guy we all know who is in love with a girl who's just not that into him and who resents her for it. Now that said, and because of that, the whole movie sort of falls short, right? It's hard to get over that hump, which makes it hard to root for Adam Devine, which sort of taints the rest of the movie. That said, the conclusion of the film, when Adam Devine realizes his mistake, sort of makes up for it. It would be easy to imagine a version of this movie that ends either in his failure or in his ultimate success, where he has finally figured out the math of both making Alexandra Daddario fall in love with him and making their future together happy. But what happens instead is he realizes that what he's doing is wrong-headed and ends up finding a romance that has been staring him in the face the whole time. That sort of makes up for everything that has gone before, but it doesn't help the entire thing feeling a little, let's say, privileged, a little unfortunate. So it's an all right movie. It's certainly watchable. It just feels like a movie that has come out in the wrong time and place, which is why I'm giving When We First Met 3 stars. And don't forget to visit our website, northmetrotv.com/everymovieever. There, you can watch reviews of every movie we've ever covered here on the show, as well as complete episodes. That's northmetrotv.com/everymovieever.